Happy 4th of July, Odd Shopper family. We appreciate you hanging with us on this holiday Monday. A lot of action on the diamond. It starts early in the day, but as we customarily do here on these no or yes run first inning plays, we want to target action a little bit later in the day. And yes, we are going to have the help of BetMGM and Odd Shopper on their first inning money line tool. All right, I'm Eytan. Hit the thumbs up button if you haven't, please. Also subscribe here to the Odd Shopper community. We're going to tell you about a ton of things we have going on, including, as you can see below me, this no-brainer offer at BetMGM. Let's start off first, though, with our number one game, and we're going to go to San Diego here. It's going to be the Padres that we want to target, specifically the Mariners-Padres game in the first inning. So we go into this game, and again, it's key that you hit your innings tab. No, already highlighted, as you can see, there will not be a run in the first inning. Now, big thing is, how do we get here, right? And giving you the play at minus 120 on BetMGM. Thing here is Padres, one of baseball's best teams, really, when it comes to limiting opponents scoring in the first inning. Seattle does score at a decent rate, about, 0.59 is what you're looking at, though, with the Padres and what they're scoring at home, at least in the first inning. So that's right about middle of baseball. Mariners giving up about the same 0.5, just under that 0.49 to be exact, to home opponents. So look at Odd Shopper here, because this is interesting. A lot of the metrics that you're going to find, and these are first inning plays, so we want the Mariners and Padres game. Padres are a huge favorite, right? Minus 145 to look at that. Seattle plus 115, the dog, just to win the first inning. So the immediate thought process is, well, you've got a heavy favorite here. Clearly, San Diego can't win the first inning without plating a run in the first. True, but just because minus 145 is such a wide gap doesn't mean it's always going to come true, or even a key metric that we should build on. The reason is we need to make sure that everything else in the first inning adds up, specifically the starting pitching. The only pitcher I truly care about, as I told you here, when you come at it from a stance of Seattle going up against San Diego, this is where you have to look at it. Right? I'm not worried about the Padres blanking Seattle in the first. That's pretty much the norm when you look at these two teams, respectively, with Seattle on the road and San Diego at home. It's more about Chris Flexen. So Flexen has to keep the Padres scoreless in order for this no-run first inning to hold. Here's why. Last two road starts, two straight, he has done that. He has kept opponents scoreless through the first. I'm going to ride that momentum combined with the earlier metrics and say, no, there will not be a run here in the first inning. And again, we're playing off of everything that we possibly can, not just one piece, not just one key tool. So we tell you about this BetMGM promo every day because it's there for you, and we want you to take advantage of it. And the fact that you haven't is troubling. I don't know how much longer this is going to be here. So all you need to do is click that link below or use a promo code OSNRFI, Odd Shopper, no run first inning. We just broke it down for you in a code, OSNRFI. Deposit at least $10 when you sign up at BetMGM, and then place that 10 on any MLB game, win or lose, $200 right back in your account. It's a no-brainer bankroll offer. It's insanely easy and simple to log in, create an account with our link or code, OSNRFI, deposit at least 10, take that 10 on any MLB game, win or lose, $200 right back into your account. I mean, my goodness, we cannot make it any easier than this. We cannot make it any more of a no-brainer opportunity than this. So yes, no, minus 120 is where we begin. It's going to be hard to do the same thing here when we go back to these games specifically and play a no first run inning on the Reds game, because we know how easy it is for Cincinnati to score at Great American Ballpark. So we're going to get this at minus 115. Yes. And the reason why, it's not just because Cincinnati is so damn good when it comes to scoring first inning runs. In fact, just below the Mets, number 2 overall. So the Mets splits are a little bit wider, right? But as far as the Reds are concerned, they're just below the Mets. scoring just over 0.9 runs per first inning at home. Great American Ballpark, clearly the friendly confines that Cincinnati early on has been able to take advantage of. So Taijuan Walker on the hill for the Mets. We know the Mets splits are a little wider here. As great as they are scoring at home, they're down about 0.45 runs per first inning on the road. So Walker and now Hunter Green are looking to keep each side scoreless. And while Walker has the better shot over Green, the Reds have been scoreless in the first over their last 3 home games against the Nationals. And just season-long trend would tell you that it's going to be increasingly difficult, more difficult, to keep the Reds scoreless regardless of pitching matchup. And it is easy to get caught, not trapped, difference, caught in the idea of Walker with his stats, what he's been able to do this year, mowing through a lessened, banged up, if you will, Reds lineup. Here's what I'm looking at, though. Hunter Green. Now, Hunter Green is the obvious culprit. The Mets 0.50 runs per first inning on the road. Reds giving up 0.67 runs per first inning over the last 3 games. Anything Cincinnati can get off Walker is a bonus, but the reality is that Hunter Green is the candidate here to be victimized the most, and it's not even close. So, yes, minus 115. There will be a run in the first inning. We want to take advantage of a couple of different metrics here. You want to look at what OddsShopper has in this game, minus 140 plus 110, which is understandable, all right? And again, we downplayed the earlier element here with Seattle and San Diego, that minus 145, even though the gap is technically wider. The difference is the pitching matchup. We went all right, OddsShopper is telling us that there's going to be a run here, or at least more often that there'll be a run here. What about the pitching matchup? Different here with the Mets and the Reds, right? The pitching matchup confirms it doesn't necessarily go against what we saw with Seattle and San Diego. So these things are all working together. That's what trends and data and recent activity all the way through numbers are going to tell you, numbers on OddsShopper. Things should be working together. When you have things working against each other, that's usually a good sign to just stay away. So let's go back to our ticket. Yes, minus 115 for the Mets and the Reds. Last game here for you. We're going to go to the Twins-White Sox game, and there's going to be some value, really good value here to take advantage of. So let's look already. Our ticket's highlighted. No, minus 110 at BetMGM. There will not be a run in the first inning, and here's why. Minnesota, they present a problem for opposing pitching. Anytime the Twins are on the road, it's going to be an issue. All right, this is a great spot right now for Minnesota on the surface because they're second in all of baseball, averaging 0.74 runs per first inning on the road. This White Sox team gives up an MLB worst 0.78 runs per first inning to visiting opponents. Well, we don't expect the White Sox to do much, even going up against Minnesota's more vulnerable pitcher in Dylan Bundy, ERA just around 4.7, nothing to write home about by any means, an attackable matchup for a White Sox team that needs all the help that they could possibly get. But the reality is that Bundy still stands a better chance of blanking Chicago than not. They only plate the White Sox an average of 0.30 runs per first inning at home. That's it. That's awful. Now, this is all on Johnny Cueto's arm or shoulder or hand, if you will. This is all on Cueto. He just needs to shut out the Twins in order for this no-run first inning ticket to cash. As easy as that, right? Well, just like we told you earlier, if there are recent trends that add up here, Cueto has held opponents scoreless in the first inning over his last 2 home starts, and that's something that I'm banking on here and why we're getting to a no minus 110. So let's look at our ticket just to run it back here for you. No, there will not be a run in the first inning for the Mariners Padres. Yes, there will be a run in the first inning for the Mets Reds. No, there will not be a run in the first inning for the Twins and the White Sox. Those are your 3 courtesy of BetMGM. Also courtesy of BetMGM is that link below. So we want you to click that. Use our promo code if you want to sign up there as well. OSNRFI. It's the same. It'll bring you to the same spot. Give you a chance to sign up, deposit at least $10 on the site, and then bet any MLB game. And when you do, win or lose, $200 right back into your account. Have a happy, healthy, safe holiday. I'll see you tomorrow. More baseball early action plays here. So hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already. And please make sure you're subscribed to the Odd Shopper family. Enjoy the holiday.